Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Candid of Filipina. Hope you are all well, and I hope you are all having a good day or evening. Anyway, today's topic is about how to increase your chances of meeting a good Filipina on your first visit here in the Philippines. I was chatting to a friend of mine recently, and a school friend, a girl I know for years and years, and she is now with a foreigner. And the foreigner come clean on how it comes about meeting her and how he increases chances of meeting a good Filipina. And this is how he did it. This foreigner was chatting a girl online for many months. And the girl was single, no children, and was happy to meet him. So he was arranging to time and visit her, but she wanted him to change the date and come on this particular day, which he did. He caught a plane all the way from New York in America, and he flew all the way to Cebu, where the girls was waiting for him at the airport. However, upon arrival, the girl he met had a little girl with her, who turned out to be her daughter. So that was the first lie she had told him. Anyway, she then said it was her daughter's birthday the following day, and then she'd like him to buy a cake and also a gift, and then they would go to Oslo, which is south part of the island of Cebu, which is quite far from Cebu city, and stay with her parents for the week. So anyway, turn a blind eye to this first lie. He bought a cake, which he found out later. She charged double the price of what the cake actually was. And also, instead of catching the bus to Oslo, which is 100 miles away, she insisted on taking a taxi, which cost further 3,000 pesos. Plus, the paddling pool boat her daughter was another 4,000 pesos. So upon arrival on the first day at her house, he already spent 10,000 pesos. However, the girl seemed sweet enough, and they were chatting and got on well. And she worked at the resort nearby, with her girlfriends there. And she took him to visit her friends and show him off to her friends at the resort, which he was polite and said hello to all the girlfriends. And then they returned back to her house. Upon which she said to the foreigner, "We're going out tonight, and I've invited my 10 friends who will bring their boyfriends. We gonna go out to a giant pizza parlor that makes enormous pizzas. And the foreigner, that will be great. You know, I can meet all your friends and we can chat and get on enjoy our meals." And she said, "Yes, but you'll be the one to pay for all my friends and their boyfriends' meals." The foreigner suddenly thought, "Hang on, though this is starting to get weird. It's my second day here, and this girl is asking me now to pay another 8 or 9 thousand for friends' meals. I don't even know." So they had some heated words over it, and he decided the following morning to return back to Cebu City alone. He was very upset, and he spent the rest of the week in this hotel alone. He never ventured out. He was licking his wounds. He couldn't believe how stupid he had been. It cost him money to travel all the way here, and then time, and the time to go to her place. All for nothing, the girl had scammed him. Even though there's a small amount, she wasn't true what he thought she would be. He then went home. A few months later, he decided to try again. He'd been chatting to another girl online and went to meet her. However, basically, it repeated the first story happened the second time. More or less different scenario, but more or less same result. And again, he had only booked to come to visit for a week. He did stay with her for 5 days, however, and then went home early. So he sat at home back in New York, licking his wounds, contemplating where he'd gone wrong and why he'd gone wrong. He's watched various foreign videos, telling them about red flags and this and that, and he had now experienced this 2 times first in hand. So 2 times he'd come here for a week, spent all the money on the fare, the hotels, blah, 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 and 2 times he got burnt. After a few months, it giving it some thoughts or whether or not try to visit the Philippines again, or whether to try China or Mexico. He come up with a plan, and he called this plan the lottery ticket plan. What I do mean by that, if you buy one lottery ticket, you've got one chance of winning. However, if you buy 6 lottery tickets, it increases your chances of winning. So he decided to adopt that approach. He went online, a well-known dating site, where there's easier to chat many girls, and he decided to chat 40 girls. And after chatting to those girls for a while, he narrowed it down to 30 girls. As soon as they asked for more, he blocked, sorry, as soon as he asked for money, the money, he blocked them straight away. And it started to show that they were deceiving him. He blocked them. He then narrowed those 30 girls down to 20. He then narrowed those 20 down to 10. And then he narrowed the 10 finally down to 5. And all took place over 3 or 4 months. So you got time to know and speak to another girls down to the final 5. So anyway, he then decided to come to visit the Philippines for 2 months period. And his plan was to spend a week with each of these girls individually to find out which was the best and the most suitable one. Because remember this, when you talk to a girl online you've never met, that girl is really just a pen friend. Just friend that you're talking to. Because when you go to meet that girl in person, who knows? She could have a bad attitude. She could have a bad breath. She could suddenly take all the false teeth out. She could take a glass eye out. Her family could be terrible. There are so many reasons why when you met this girl in person, you would change your mind about her. So she may be a scammer. and has consulted well. Although morally is not right, it can't visit 5 girls in one go. It increases your chances of finding the right girl. As I said, he called it the Lotto system. So he come and he met all these girls individually, 1 week at a time. Although he booked to come for 8 weeks. His plan was the girl he liked, he would spend the remainder. All this time he have to remain 3 weeks. So he come here and he meet these girls. And oddly enough, the girl that was his third favorite before he met became his number 1 favorite. She wasn't as nice looking as the other girls, but she had a tremendous personality and a genuine heart. She taken them back to visit the parents. The parents weren't expecting. They were nice people. They had a good job in the city hall. They didn't need support from the foreigner. The girl was genuinely talking him around everywhere and also paid for some of his fares and insisted of paying for some of his food. Even though it was simple, she was working also at the city hall. She had a decent job, but she taken a leave of absence to meet and spend time with this foreigner. So it worked out well for him. He went back home. I must add incidentally that each girl he met we treated with respect. He bought the boat, he paid the hotels, and I don't know whether he has a sexual relationship with them or not. But he was a respective guy because I actually met him with my girlfriend, my friend. He went back home and he came visit a number of times to visit this girl. They got on tremendously. And 3 weeks ago, I was invited to their wedding. That's why I know this story, because my friend told me the whole story. And so this for foreigner that had been scammed twice and had defeat twice and had bad experience, finally worked out his own little plan on how to increase his chances of meeting the right girl. This worked for him. Although it's morally not a right thing to do, think about it. It could be what would work for you because you get to meet the person in person and not just one person. You've narrowed it down over a numbers of months to 5 people and then on your visitation here, you've reduced that to your final decision. Makes sense, really, when you think about it. And that end and a happy ending for him. So it could be the answer to your dilemma. That if you've been stung before, then why don't you try the lottery method? And maybe it is, maybe it's not, but I'm just telling you, thinking about it, yes, I think it could increase your chances and could help you and also would expose you to more Filipinos and the more culture here in the Philippines and make you more aware for your future visits. I hope you find this video helpful. I hope you enjoy this video. Have a great day and see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!